Hello. What we are going to be doing today on the series, How Do I Start a Business? Okay, I had to pause for a second because my connection was not cooperating. Okay, so today we're going to do part 5 of the series, How Do I Start a Business? We are going to focus on your marketing strategy. I would say that this part of your business plan is one of the most important parts of your business plan. You can have an amazing business, have an amazing product or service that you want to offer the public, but if you do not market it correctly, it can be devastating for your overall mission. Okay, so first, I want to say for those of you who have watched parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, thank you. Be sure to like so that I know that you have watched it and leave your name and your business. And I will start giving business shout outs as well. So if you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. Your subscription is greatly appreciated. I appreciate you helping me to grow. If you have a channel, please tag your channel so I can follow you back, subscribe back. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every time a new part to this series is uploaded onto YouTube. All right, let's get to it. First, I want to say thank you for trusting me and returning for this information. I hope that you find it useful. What I am offering is based on my own experience and what I have learned in working with others. All right. Marketing strategy. So you want to build your marketing strategy from what are considered core competencies like quality, speed, service, your product, your price, convenience, and even your location. So if the service or product that you offer um, hits any of those markers, like you pride yourself on having great quality products, you your product or your service offers like speedy results, those types of things. You want your strategy to reflect that. Your marketing strategy should reflect that. The strategy is to tell your customers what you will do better than your competition. Okay. So you want to make sure you have a solid product or service that you are going to market. Be sure to give detailed descriptions of your products and services. If you have any photos, any pictures, any reviews that you've received, if you are offering a service, then, you know, if someone is one of your customers, go ahead and ask them to leave a review. Okay. I have my thumbtack link below in the description box so you can get a feel of like what um, services are available for people to leave you reviews, particularly if you're an independent contractor or you work independently or you do consulting work and you want a place that is reputable that people can go and leave solid like reviews. Okay, so if they have any pictures with your product or if there are any photo ops when you are working with them, then take advantage of those. It's great for your marketing. Okay, so you can use them, and reuse them. Make sure you get a waiver. um, Also, if there are other people in your photos, get a liability waiver and a claims waiver. So as far as your sales strategy, the first 3 things is you want to build your strategy from your core competencies, have a solid product or service, and you have examples and pictures. And even if you can make a video that demonstrates how to use your product, that is very helpful in your marketing strategy. And you'll have your sales strategy. Um, there are 6 total parts to your marketing strategy. These are the first 3. So your sales strategy is how you get your product or service to the market. Is it through direct sales? Is it through a channel like a distributor or manufacturer representative or retailer? Or are you going to have like an platform, internet platform? So you want to identify what strategy or strategies you are going to use. Depending on the demand for your product or service, you may want to consider multiple avenues in regards to your sales strategy. All right, promotion. Promotion. This is something that anyone who has a business page on Facebook or even Instagram, um, promotion, promotion, promotion. How many times have you gone to a checkout online and you are asked for a promo code? Promotions is not just about sharing information or putting videos out or content concerning your product or service, but it is also um, a form of an upsell, a way to increase not only your sales, but the awareness of your product or service. So, how will you promote your product or service to your customers? Some examples. This goes back to demographics and figuring out what types of people are in your target market. So you want to know what your demographic is, you want to know who your target market is, and who is going to be buying your product. So what kind of advertisements do you need to create? This is the question you ask yourself. What kind of advertisements do I need to create that the person who I'm targeting responds to best? Okay, so promotion is a big deal. You can also create promo teams based on the type of product or service that you have. There are people who look for part-time jobs or part-time gigs, and you can pay them, $100 to pass out flyers for the week. Okay, so and passing out flyers doesn't always have to be someone standing there in a vegetable costume, passing out flyers, promoting your, like in my case, my vegetarian, or vegan networking site, social media site. So it's not always a vegetable passing out flyers, but it can be someone that you use as a marketing representative who you pay for the week or for X amount of weeks of work, where they go in and build relationships with local establishments that are complementary to what your product or service is. So once you have completed that part, you want to develop your pricing strategy. Okay. How are you going to price your product or service? That's the question you need to figure out. Look at the competition's price and what you believe your costs are going to be. And you want to set your price so that you can get the same price or premium over your competition. In one of my previous videos, I discussed the manufacturer's suggested retail price, and that is usually what is going to be on the items that you purchase wholesale, particularly if you select to have tags included instead of adding your own tags. There is the MSRP, and when you go shopping on your own, you can see this, particularly when it comes to retail, fashion. There is almost always a manufacturer's suggested retail price. Businesses such as Burlington Coat Factory, Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, those places a lot of times still have those manufacturers' suggested retail prices on them. And so you are able to see what the original price could have been, and then what your price that you will be paying at the register will be. So as you develop your pricing strategy, you want to keep in mind that there is a competition. You want to identify what your costs are going to be to sell your product. And not only do you want to identify what all of that costs, but you want to make sure it's factored into your final price. Okay. There's also what is called a penetration pricing strategy, where basically the price charge is set artificially low to gain a market share. And then once it, you know, is achieved, a certain goal is achieved, then the price is increased. So a perfect example of that is when a new product is being rolled out or introduced to the public, then they offer like for a limited time 19.99 for this ab machine. Okay, when in reality the full price outside of the promotion would be 69.99. but for a limited time, the price is reduced in order to get the word out. That is like a very common marketing strategy. So when you see ads on online, the um, internet searches, on your social media sites, even on YouTube, when you see ads that come up and there's an introductory price, that is called a penetration pricing strategy. It's very effective when it's done properly. So there's also the skimming price strategy, and that's another video. There's follow up. There's variable pricing, where you offer like different levels of pricing, like packages and things like that. There's economy pricing, and then there's premium pricing, and that's a completely different video where we break down the different types of pricing strategies that you can develop. So another very important strategy that you want to develop when it comes to marketing is you want to develop a good web strategy. Okay. And this is something that can be mapped out almost on like on paper with a spider, like making a spider chart or a link chart. So you'll start in one place, and then identify different ways that you can expand your brand through marketing, visuals, text. Strategic marketing is very important, okay, when it comes to web strategy, because a lot of times when we go onto the internet, we are going seeking something or just to be entertained. So when you want to be entertained and you're getting bombarded with ads and solicitations, it takes away from your experience on the internet. All right. So you don't want to be one of those businesses that contributes to taking away from people's entertainment time while they are on the internet. Okay. So identify if you are going to have a website, what are you going to use your website for? Um, so there's just there are websites that are just for marketing a product. Um, there are websites just for sales transactions. There are websites that just show the inventory. Some are just for education and partner networking, where people can sign up and become maybe affiliate partners and help you promote your sites by placing ads for your business onto their websites. So there are many different ways that you can use the web in order to increase your brand awareness and increase your sales and increase other opportunities for your product or service to hit the general market. Um, Another key point when it comes to web strategy is, if you have a website, identify ways that the maintenance costs for that website, if you have them, if you know how to code and you're able to build your own website, awesome. There are YouTube videos for that, and I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to lie to you. When it comes to coding, it can be very tedious and stressful. Okay. So on my first website, which was mcs1stop.com, it is now mcs1stop.weebly.com. On that original website, it was a lot larger than it is now. um, I did most of the coding for that website. I built that website on my own. Okay. It was my first major website. And I'll give you guys a story time about what happened with that um, at a later date. But when I would code for that site and build and, develop for that website, I would be up hours. No, I'll be up days at a time. Like I have like some pictures that I took, and this was back in 2015. Yeah, about 2015, where I did most of the coding for that site. And I would be up. I even have a coding mix that I developed. It's in my playlists. If you look, that should be next to my community section, I believe, on this channel. But I actually have a coding mix, and that will be music that I would loop and listen to while I was coding. Um, I developed a lot of bad habits during um during that period when I did all my coding on my own. And I was really just learning, like eating late, snacking late into the night, because it's like Oh man, it's intense. So if you've ever done your, any coding or programming, then you get it. You already know. I don't have to go down that rabbit hole of explanation, but um, identify ways that you can advertise um, and get revenue from your advertisements. So, for instance, if your website is simply for product marketing, so you just want to show people what you have available, but you don't necessarily want to conduct transactions on your website, that's completely feasible. Find a way where you can monetize that. For instance, including banners and advertisements that are clickable and interactive that you get paid per clicks on. So there are different platforms that allow you to become a member if your business is approved for affiliate marketing. A lot of times, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of a website, there is an affiliate partner program for findtobb.com. I do have affiliate partnerships available for people who are interested in helping to market and make extra cash doing so. So there is an approval process. I feel like that is a solid web strategy as far as getting your business and your brand out there. So, I mean, who doesn't like to make money? All right. So, people are already going to be on the internet and they are looking for opportunities to um, monetize their time, then being an affiliate partner is awesome. It can be sharing links, it could be all types of things. All right, so once you've developed your web strategy, you want to have your differentiation, which means what makes you stand out from your competition. Think about that. One time, a quick story time, I was visiting a friend who was also a neighbor who owned a business as well, and he was in the hospital, and I remember we were catching up, and um, he asked me about one of my businesses, and he was like, "So, why would people go to your business as opposed to just going to Amazon?" And I feel like that was one of the best questions ever, simply because not only was I able to answer it, but it created a sense of relevance that I hadn't had before. I knew it was a good business, um, but at the same time, I didn't really think about what differentiated my business from Amazon. And so my answer was I had local services. It would be geared towards businesses that are in the immediate area, delivery services that were in the immediate area, and so on. So differentiation is very important in such a large market. We are a free market economy, and people are creating new businesses literally every day. Okay, think for Dollar Tree. A Dollar Tree is launched almost like every 60 minutes in this country. That's crazy, right? I don't know if those statistics have changed or not, but that's a lot. That's a lot of businesses opening in a short amount of time. All right. So as more businesses open, competition is going to increase, and you also want to make sure your business stands out from other businesses. This brings your entire marketing strategy together when you are able to identify those seven components and create your marketing strategy. Okay, it's very important. Your marketing strategy is going to be your Achilles heel, but it's going to be what puts your brand out there and maximizes your returns on your investment, and establishes a solid profit for you. Okay, so you want to be able to say why you will succeed in this marketing strategy. Not guess, not assume. You need to be able to identify what is it about this strategy that is going to help you succeed. What will you do different from the competitors? These are your core competencies. You want to be able to identify them and run with them. Okay. What you do well that the competition does not do well, you want to identify that as you're doing your marketing. Okay. Um, be very wary of calling other businesses out by name because you can you can face, let's just say you can be reprimanded in some ways because you don't want to cross over that line of like slander or anything like that, where you are, affecting someone's sales. If you think back a few years ago, and Dr. Phil helped Oprah with this, but she made a statement about, I believe it was beef. And so next thing you know, all these cattle farmers were like, these ranchers were coming after her because after Oprah said what she said, like their sales dropped. Okay. I mean, it's dropping anyways because now, people are moving towards more plant based diets. But during that time, plant based diets were not necessarily the popular thing, they were not trending. And so it was very easy for cattle farmers to gang up on her and, you know, try to sue her for loss in profits. What a nightmare. Okay, what a nightmare. So you have to be careful that as you market, you don't always want to identify any competitors by name. There are subliminal ways that um, companies like identify their competitors without saying their names. If you want to tread those waters, take a chance. By all means, try it, but also make sure you have a verified marketing representative that can help you and assist you with making sure you're not crossing lines. Okay. So make sure you list those core competencies, which are like speed, quality, location, those things that um, will appeal to your target demographic. Okay. If there's enough differentiation, you can definitely be successful. Okay. If there is little or no differentiation, then you will really need to rely on your price point to get your business in. Okay. So if you're offering something that's similar to what a lot of people are offering, then you want to make sure your prices are competitive. Okay. You will it will not really be the best option for a startup business because what happens is you start cutting into your bottom line and you start losing money. So if you can differentiate, that will be the number one goal as you develop your marketing strategy and start to implement it. Okay. The two very helpful items that I have used personally for several projects and businesses, not only for myself, but for others, is like software. Like you can not go wrong investing in good software. Um, this one, and I have a review for them as well, but it's called Quicken Legal Business Pro. So if you're familiar with Quicken Loans and NOLO, which is legal services, very, very effective. It has contracts and forms already in the software. Okay. Um, very, very useful. So there are ways or forms for when you're forming your business, hiring workers, leasing space, IRS tax forms, how to manage your finances, buying or selling your business, buying and selling real estate, contracts, corporate minutes and consents, LLC minutes and consents. And the value of this is well over $1,000. Okay. And you can get this for a fraction of that price. This is the equivalent of several college courses if you simply are willing to make the purchase and utilize what is available as far as your resources. So another very helpful piece of software when it comes to marketing is this logo design software. Very effective. I will leave the links to both of these items in the description box. But well, everybody's not an artist, and to have templates that you can use to develop your logos or at least inspire logos. On several of the logos that I have created, by simply starting with this software, I ended up taking my own route, but it led to inspiration as well. So there are people who do graphic design and they're going to charge you a decent amount. And for a fraction of the amount that they are charging, you can easily purchase software and create your own logos. So this is another way that you can be resourceful in building your business. I addressed this in part two of how to start your business. Um, Being resourceful will not only save you lots of money, but it will help you develop a level of skill that you can pay forward at some point. So I have this software and I actually lend and rent it out to people who are going through the process of, of establishing their business. So hopefully something that I shared today will help you in the process of developing your marketing strategy. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to leave them and I will try to answer them at my earliest convenience. For those of you who have been participating in the comment section and in the community section, I appreciate you so much. It means so much. Um, I hope something that I offered out of my experience and what I know can help someone else as they move forward in growing their brand and their business. And other than that, I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video, leave a heart, a smiley face, a business emoji, your business, your page, any of those things in the comments so that I can support you as well. Thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.